Hey guys, before I get started, I wanted to let you know I have a massive amount of viewers that are not subscribed to my channel. It is pretty high. It's up there in like the 95% of my viewers are not subscribed. So if you're out there and you like what you see, subscribe to me. It's free and it helps out an absolute ton. Thanks. So today I want to speak about what worked for me in ranking up. I was doing the usual routine of playing competitive games, and in between queues I would just go into free play and training packs. This was great for warming up my mechanics, but eventually I would get to a point where I would just get bored and feel like I was just chasing the ball around and not really improving my mechanics. I felt like if I wanted to improve my mechanics, I would have to specifically focus on something in particular, and that wasn't good in between queues because I wouldn't have enough time to perfect something. So I thought for a second on what other sports do other than training outside of competition, and they constantly review performance. Now, I don't just want to re-watch replay from my perspective, as I feel that would be very repetitive. Also, like re-watching from your own perspective may not show as many errors in a game as what I figured out that you can do to see lots and lots of errors. So I decided to watch from a spectator kind of view, just up behind the goal, as if you were in the stadium. And it was good. It was really relaxing. I could just sit back and chill because I was sick of warming up and holding the controller. It gives my fingers a rest and everything. And I could just sit there and relax, and I would notice all these errors in my positioning, my game awareness, seeing which way I turned, and analyzing myself to see if I was going the wrong way. I would even notice I'd be driving past mini boost pads all the time without even noticing it, and as well realizing where your teammates are. I have been doing this for the past few weeks, and I went from C2 to GC. So I'm going to show you directly after my next game what I do. Hopefully it'll help out a lot of you out there who want to rank up, and especially refining positioning. If you feel like your mechanics are good, this is the way to go to make your gameplay better, your decision making better for the next games. All right, let's get into it. Well, that was an easy win, but I'm going to go in and have a look at my replay right now before the next game starts. I'm sure I'll still spot some things that I did wrong, so let's just go have a look. All right, straight after a big win. Alright, so I just change it into fly, and then I'll bring the camera out up behind the arena, and then that way I have a bird's eye view of exactly what I was doing all game. Now, I usually do this in between queues. I'll usually watch it for about 20 seconds and start queuing. I might go a bit longer this time, just because I'm in OCE and the queue times usually take about 3 minutes for a game. So. See there, I should not have been in front of him. It was pretty risky there. I should have been behind the play, not in front of him. I was looking for a pass. I remember what was happening. I grabbed the boost and I was like, hit me. And he didn't hit me. And then at this point, I should have turned around because it's like he's got nowhere else to go other than the goal. There was no need for me to follow up there. It was just being silly. But we got the goal regardless. So, that was good speed. I remember getting there first. I knew that the player going up, I just felt like he hadn't gone up yet, hadn't heard him, and I knew that my teammate was behind me, so I just went. And it got a good goal. Relating Rocket League to real life games and everything, obviously it relates closely to soccer, a bit more like indoor soccer, futsal. But what I remember is key things I like to take from it is when in defense, you got to stay narrow. You need to stay down that middle part of the field. That was a good save by them. You got to stay down that middle part of the field. So see me going wide there. It's a little bit of a risk, but it was to get boost. And I should be more infield there. So me being on the wing isn't that good of an idea. So here I should have been more in the middle. And then I would have had a better hit when he hit me the ball. Or I could have just let him go down the wing until he comes out into that final third. And then I would have got the ball back. But because here I'm out on the wing, it's a bit of a risk. So that's something that I want to refine in my game, and it's good for me to notice that. So yeah, so when defending, stay narrow, stay compact, stay down that narrow part of the pitch, and defend. And then when we have the ball, try and, if you feel like you're being pressured, take it wide, because then you want to draw the defenders wide to give your teammate the opportunity to score. Here we go, I get the boost here. I leave the boost for teammate, which is good. Got lucky there, and I just save it on the line. So now the team's getting pretty desperate to get goals. So this is where I should be trying to relax a little bit more. That was a good attack by them. So that was their good teammate. So I was being more attacking on that last play, and I didn't need to be. I was up by 3 goals, so there was no point doing that. So next game, I'm going to think, you know, look at the score line, figure out what's worth it and what's not. That was a good attack there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to search for the next game. And then hopefully you'll see a loss, because I would like to tell you what happens to me when I lose a game. So that was a good kickoff goal, and now this is pretty much the point where we won it. So this is where you take the foot off the gas. You don't need to overcommit when you're up by 4 goals. There's no need. So let's see what I do here. See, I'm a bit too far forward there. Look at that. I don't need to be there. Me and my teammate are there. So I didn't need to do that. I do recover in time though, which is good. And I still boost, and we're both in the same corner. So if I got pads, I could have just gone around the back. And we double commit there. Look at that. Still making mistakes even though I'm up by 4 goals. So I was actually surprised that I found heaps of errors in this game, and I end up winning. I end up smashing the other team. So there's still errors even in games that you win. And this is why I think that this method is actually really, really good. Now look what I do here on the respawn. This is a mistake I knew straight away. I get the boost and I go flying for it. Do a huge whiff. I could have just waited in the corner. But yeah, look, now we're finding the next game. The funny thing was that I actually versed the same opponents on this game. You know, longer queue times, you are usually going to be versing the same sort of opponents around your rank. So especially when you analyze your gameplay against a specific opponent, it gives you an advantage. This game was much more tougher, so I'm guessing the last game that one of the players was just warming up, because they both played pretty decent this game. So let's get into it. So here, I'm pretty far out of the play. I don't need to be here. There's plenty of boost pads over in that corner that I can get, but not that 100 boost. I could have stayed more central, you know, getting the little boost pads. So here I backflipped and I didn't hit the ball. Now looking back on this play, look at where I am in the positioning. No man's land, and then I'm struggling here, facing backwards, and then I backflip there. And I could have just shadowed him into the corner. I could have just stayed with the ball, but I freaked out thinking I could hit it and backflipped. Gave an open goal to the opponents, and now they're in the lead. So something to think of for next time, that just be calm and just shadow it into your own corner. Everything that I'm doing here is something that can be noticed by any rank. You know, you could be diamond, you could be plat, you could be bronze for all that matters, but then you just notice that how much positioning helps you in the game. So there I decided to hit the ball under him. That's something that you notice when you are in the person view, that you see that there's an opportunity to do that, but you don't see those fine things here. So in this view, you see the overarching, the overall positioning, where you are, your decision making. So I still boost there, and I probably shouldn't have. And this should have been a goal, and it wasn't. So me here, look at this. I could have gone straight down the field back, and I may have intercepted the ball from Schmillion, maybe as I was going straight down, and I may have intercepted it there. But because I decided to go get boost up in their corner, it put me out of position, and I didn't need to do that. Got lucky there. The ball was on the line and hit it out. So they could have been up by 3-1 by now, but they weren't. So lucky there. And that happens. Sometimes you get a bit of luck. Sometimes you have a bit of unluck. But then decision-making changes that. So see, now I'm well out of position after that dunk. But this time I decided to go down the middle. And I'm automatically back. So when you go down the middle and get about 3 boost pads, I'm pretty sure it gives you about 37 boost or something like that. Or 38, I don't know. But it's enough to do something with. Maybe even more. It might even be 42. AJ with a good shot there. Here I can just play the ball. See there, I should have took it wide. You know, that tip that I always say. When you're attacking, take the ball wide. And when you're defending, keep yourself narrow. Because by me taking the ball wide on that previous play, I would have drew out the defenders. See that they were just drawn out there, and then they struggle to get back. They just save it. But yeah, attacking, take the ball wide. It's always smarter because you create more space on the field for you and your teammate. And then when you're narrow, don't be drawn out wide. Try and stay narrow when you're defending. That's what I was told in soccer, and I feel like it works well here. Good save by the opposition there. So here I turned quickly. I could have shadowed again, There's so many times where I could have chose the shadow and it would have been a better choice. And we got lucky there. So they could have scored then. They could have been up 4-2. Sharmal goes high, goes for a flip reset. Clears it. So I can take over the scraps here. I get possession. I have plenty of time here. Let's see what I do. I go for a long shot. It's an all right shot, but it's from pretty far out. Steal their boost. And I touch the ball. And I touch the ball again. Okay, that's good because me being in that area isn't good unless I'm relevant. You know, stealing boost is okay, but only if I know that my teammate's there and he's going to be helping me out. Good shot there. Stealing boost again. See, I'm still relevant near the ball, and then I turn away once I see teammate going there. And again, I might be making the wrong decisions in what I think is good and not good. But trust me, I am seeing a lot more mistakes than what I usually would just by watching a normal replay where I can see my own view. Here I got bumped, but we got time, and I saw that AJ was there, so I was pretty calm. You learn and you refine your own skills. And there we go, we're up 3-1, 36 seconds to go. What do I do here? I don't turn, I'm getting chased for a demo. I remember doing this, and I hit it back straight to him. And I think everyone knows what I should have done here. I should have hit it into the corner. Should have been just a little tap into either corner. Doesn't matter because down the middle is dangerous. But there we go. I didn't have a loss in that game. I partly put it down to just the first replay review that I did. I feel like that if they had a bit more luck and I didn't watch the replay, I would have really struggled in that game. So, you know, I deep down think that the replay reviews, they really, really help in your gameplay. And it's just so much better to do in between queues rather than just aimlessly doing free play. Sometimes people get sick of it. It's fine to do it at the beginning to work on your mechanics, but then I feel like a lot of you out there, you also get sick of doing free play. So this is something to mix it up, and it helps with your overall positioning, awareness of what is happening when you're playing Rocket League. Again, if you like what you see, if you like my content, hit the subscribe button. I appreciate it a ton, and I'll see you all next time. Thanks. Bye.